There's something you do every second of every day that has a huge impact on how your body functions and how you feel. That thing is breathing. And yeah, I know you already know how to breathe, but you already knew how to eat as well. But we've made big improvements there, haven't we? And you already knew how to move, but that feels way better now than it did a couple of weeks ago, right? What's the first thing you say to somebody if you're trying to calm them down? Take a deep breath. I mean, I could probably just finish this video right there because that's literally all there is to it, but I feel like you might want to know a little bit more about why that's useful if you're actually going to take those deep breaths. If you ever think back to GCSE biology, you might remember learning about something called your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. Now, in less confusing technical terms, think of it this way. Sympathetic is stressful. Parasympathetic means peaceful. You might have noticed by now that I like alliteration and making things rhyme and stuff like that. Sympathetic, stressful. Parasympathetic, peaceful. And here's what that means. Have you ever heard of something called the fight or flight response? Well, in case you haven't, here's what that means. When your body detects some kind of stress or some kind of threat or danger or something it feels like it needs to be cautious about, your brain goes, right, this isn't good. We need to be ready. We need to be ready to spring into action. We need to be ready to run away if it all kicks off, or to fight if we can't get out of there. And so the way that it does that is by switching on your sympathetic, the stressful side of your nervous system. And when that happens, your heart rate goes up, your blood pressure rises, your pupils dilate so you can literally see more of what's going on, your muscles get tighter, ready to spring into action, your blood gets diverted away from your digestive system because that's not important right now, and you start releasing all kinds of cortisol and adrenaline to get you hyped up, ready to go, and your breathing gets faster and up here in your chest and your shoulders, bam, ready to go. That sounds pretty stressful. Now on the other side, we've got the parasympathetic nervous system. And this is the side that gets switched on when everything's groovy. When we can relax, when we're safe, and we can just chill out. And so what happens is all of the opposite things. So your heart rate comes down, your blood pressure reduces, your pupils go back to normal, your muscles relax again, your body stops releasing cortisol and adrenaline so you feel more relaxed, and your breath changes so that it's nice and slow down here, deep in your belly. And that sounds a lot more peaceful. Now, as I was talking through all those things, did you notice what happens to your breath in both states? In case you missed it, when you're in the sympathetic nervous system, the stressful state, your breath changes to be faster and up here in the chest and the shoulders. In the parasympathetic, in the more peaceful side of the nervous system, your breath slows down. It becomes a lot deeper. We start breathing down into the belly. Yeah, you see that? And it can kind of work both ways. It's almost as though your brain notices if you're breathing fast and up here. It sort of says to itself, oh, well, that's how I breathe when there's something stressful going on. So maybe there's something going on, or there's something around that I didn't quite pick up on. So just in case, I guess I'll turn everything else on a little bit as well. Which is why if you generally find yourself feeling stressed, if you generally feel kind of on edge, notice how you breathe. Because it may be that you're breathing up here, and that's part of why. But then what happens on the other side? Well, as you'd expect, if we on purpose start to breathe deeper and more down into the belly and the diaphragm, your brain goes, oh, well, that's how I breathe when I'm safe, when everything's fine, when I can relax. So I guess I'll do that too. And so your heart rate comes down, your blood pressure comes down, your muscles relax, you stop releasing the cortisol and the adrenaline, so you feel more relaxed and you feel a lot more peaceful as a result. And that's why when you tell somebody to take a deep breath, they do feel more relaxed. And it's the same when somebody who smokes decides that they need a cigarette when they're in a stressful situation. Because what happens if you try to breathe in all the air that you want to get into your lungs through a little hole with a filter in the way? That takes a lot of breathing in. And so it's the breath that's calming you down, not the cigarette. So try this for me, wherever you are right now, at home, on the bus, whatever. Take one deep breath. And don't try and force anything, don't try and move anything in particular. I want this one to just be so that you notice what moves. Okay, maybe it's your chest, maybe it's the shoulders, maybe it is your diaphragm. Just give it a test, okay? So just sit up nice and tall, take a deep breath. And see what moved. In case you were just watching me on that one, let's do another one together. See what moves, okay? I'm going to do it in 3, 2, 1. Now with my breath, if you were watching, if you could see it, my breath starts in my belly when I take a deep breath, and towards the end, this lifts up as well, just because there's no more room down there for it to go into, okay? So what we'll do now that you start to notice how things feel when you breathe, let's do it on purpose. Let's try and bring it down into the belly, okay? So just play along with me. If you're out and about, if you're in public, don't be embarrassed. You're literally just breathing. Okay, we're going to take 10 deep breaths. I want you to count along as you go, and I'll just do it with my fingers if you're watching me. Put your hand on your belly, sit up nice and tall, and just use your hand as a guide so that you can tell more what's moving, okay? So if it doesn't move at all, you know that you're not breathing into your belly. So try it, but if it's a struggle, it might feel weird. It usually does at first, or maybe you'll get it straight away, whatever the situation is. If it feels weird, just go with it. If it feels like you're just not getting it, don't worry. Just breathe deeply, okay? It's the deep breath that's going to be more important than where it is right now. If you get yourself all stressed and riled up about it not being in the right place, that's going to kind of defy the point of what we're doing, okay? So 10 deep breaths. Here we go, playing along together. Ready? Close your eyes if you want. Breathing in and out. And in. That's 6, we're halfway. That's 7, way past halfway, nearly done. Two more. Whew. And that's 10. So how do you feel? More relaxed? A bit spaced out? I did. Even as I was getting to like 7 or 8, I was thinking, I feel a bit lightheaded. And the reason for that is usually because you're getting a lot more oxygen into your brain than you usually do, and that's why you kind of feel lightheaded. That's why if you do yoga or something, they always tell you to get up slow after the bit at the end. Oh, and congratulations, by the way. If you've never done it before, I just tricked you into meditating. So can you see why people recommend meditation so much for stress relief and for relaxation? It's because that's literally all it is, or that's at least how it starts. Just slowing down, focusing on your breath, breathing deep. Now, if you felt the benefit of those 10 breaths, which you probably did in some way at least, I'm pretty sure you will have done, try this throughout your day. You know, whatever you're doing out and about, if you're just sitting around, have a look at your breath, see how you're breathing, and just take 10 deep ones, take 5 deep ones, take 1 deep breath, because even 1 deep breath can make you feel better. And especially try to at least get that 1 deep breath in those more stressful moments. I guarantee you'll feel better for it.
If you like this episode, please do leave us a like and a comment and share it with your friends if you're watching on Facebook. And if you're watching on YouTube, it'd be great if you could click the like button, drop a comment and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for tuning into this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.